Good morning, my angels. How's everybody doing today? Today is July 19th, 2022. Mama's here. How's everybody today? I hope everybody's doing okay. Not too much depression or anxiety, and staying away from the things that cause you the depression and anxiety. Yeah, and if nobody's told you they love you, I love you. I love you. So what I wanted to talk to y'all about today. Well, first I want to tell y'all, what's been going on with me for the past couple weeks. I think it's been about 3 weeks since I came on here and made a video for y'all. For me too. This is not only for y'all, this is for me too. My soul requires it. Just sometimes I wake up every day and I'm such a different person. Things have been going on. I've been real busy, y'all. It's summertime. I've had a lot of things going on with my oldest son and my middle son. And my oldest son was in a car accident last week. A very, very bad one. He was completely okay. He had one scratch. His one scratch was on his right arm, just like my arm right here, where my tattoo is, which I thought was pretty odd. Well, not too odd. But he was fine. Only it was a bad accident on the freeway in Houston. It was actually on the radio. My husband heard it. And, but that was it, a scratch right there. And he doesn't even know how he got that scratch. It was real awkward because his side of the car wasn't touched. It was only the passenger side. And then there was one car involved that was flipped upside down, and he happened to be a Marine, and he was fine. He hopped out of the truck like nothing with a big smile on his face. First thing my son said that he said to him was, "Thank you for your service." And then they both were just so happy to be alive. But when this happened, y'all, and this is such a blessing about this work, is I can say my aura was not pierced with any fear when he told me that. And y'all know that feeling when I'm saying about pierced with fear. But see, because of the work I do, my aura is so protected. I already know how my angels work, dude. And I'm like, dude, no fear. I already knew. And they just took him through a near-death experience is all it was. I've had several of them, it could have been like a way worse near-death experience. It's not like it was alcohol poisoning or something like that. We all have to go through things in life. Now my kids are back there sleeping. I don't want to wake them up. We all go through things in life, but that's the thing, is God tests us, and not us, it's just us, but our children too. And the thing is as parents, and the hard thing about being moms and dads is we have to sit back and watch our kids go through things, but we can't do anything about it. And that's just life, especially when they're at the age, like my son is almost 20 years old. He's almost he's a grown man, And so, you just have to sit back and let the universe take care of that. And then, but for me, when that happened, at first I was pissed off at him because, for one thing, he's been wasting. Anyways, I'm not going into a long story, but I was kind of upset because he was an out of place type thing. His car shouldn't have been there. But it all worked out for a reason. He has full coverage insurance. It wasn't his fault. It was a freak accident, and he won't. The car had issues, which we found out from the wreck. The airbags did not go off, and something else did not happen, meaning that there was faulty issues with the car already. So this is how God, I can't say God himself, but this is how the universe and spirits and your angels and stuff work. You know what I'm saying? And I can't say that, I don't know. I don't question anything. I just know, and I have complete faith that my son was completely protected, and he had one scratch right over mama. And, because mama was protected him, my angels protect him, his angels protect him. And so my faith didn't waver. I wasn't upset. I wasn't, scarred from it, anything, or I wasn't bothered. My ex-husband did say that 2 days later, he still was kind of terrified from it, but traumatized. He was traumatized from it because his father had just passed away 2 days previously. And so, yeah, I can understand that. My ex-father-in-law just passed away. Rest in peace, Jimbo. Jim, I love you. I love you. He wasn't the biggest fan of me because I did leave his son, and I don't blame him. But he still loved me. I know he did. And he's up there jamming out, dude. I love you, Jim. Rest in peace, buddy. Rest in peace, Jim. And that's what I tell people. You know, we can't be upset when people pass over. It's more of a celebration because, hey, their soul came here, conquered Earth, and then it's going on back to do what it needs to do, you know, and that's either to reincarnate and live another lifetime. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I can't speak on what everybody's job is here to do. So I know what my job is here to do, and it's to teach high magic. So yeah, Mama here, aka High Magic in H-Town. I'm gonna start doing lives on Instagram. It's my calling, y'all, and Spirit's pushing me to do it, and I see the way the world is, and I see people wanting to be, and I see people are awakening, and more people doing yoga and meditating, and I see how God's working, and, you know, and he's opening the eyes slowly, more and more, and I'm like, dude, I've got to start doing this, and even if maybe me just vanishing on the feed will help somebody. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I could help somebody just like that. And if somebody wants to do it, then they can too. But I'm not pushing nobody to do it at all. But I'm doing it just to help the environment. And social media is our environment. And so that is, I'm going to be trying to clear up social media a little bit. You know, let the angels do it. You know, I don't go in it with any expectations or anything. I'm just going to go into it with putting some positivity and love out there. Because we need it. Because love is what's going to save this crazy world we're in right now. You know, but we got to stay positive. And we have to ignore the media. You got to ignore the news, the fake news, as Trump says. And don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't dislike these people. Don't even pay attention to them. Pay attention to you. You know, and hopefully, and if you're watching these videos and you're doing this work, then you're going to be so immersed in this work and the power of the magic, and you're going to be so amazed every day at what it's doing for you that you're not even going to want to watch that. All you're going to want to do is watch things about magic and what you can do next and learn about the world and real things that are really going to help you and grow your soul and heal your soul. And not only from this lifetime, but from your past lifetimes. Okay, you know, in this work, and I'm gonna, like I said, you know, I healed my cancer in 3 steps: LIRP, LBRP, and the middle pillar. 3 steps, y'all, and that was within like a little over a year, about a year and a half. You know, I healed my own skin cancer just with that. So I've got to spread the word. So today I wanted to talk about familiars, or a familiar, I like to say. So that is, if you've heard of them, I'm sure you have. A familiar, or familiar, as I like to call them, are your little sidekick animals. I have dogs that are familiars. I have a new dog. Oh my God, I gotta tell you about my new dog and how my angels work for me. And I don't even have to ask. I don't do ritual work and ask for things. Well, I have, but that's my secret. But I don't sit there and like obsess over it. I don't call upon angels and ask them to do things. I call upon the angels, and then they do the work for me. And it's just that amazing. And I knew, and I kept telling my husband and my friends, I was like, I feel like the universe is going to put a dog in my life. It's trying to put a dog in my life. I was like, maybe we should go to the shelter, you know, because I'm just not going to get no fancy dog. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to buy no dog. I'm going to go to a shelter. I got to rescue, adopt, you know. I didn't even have to do that, y'all. I was going to go to the, take my daughter. She got a penny board. She loves it. She's a natural skateboarder, y'all. I'm so proud. I just love my babies. And, I took her to the park. My hometown. A park that I grew up going to, and they have these awesome like skate areas, and it's like a dome. What do you got? A dome? Starts with a P. Anyways, I think. So, anyways, we're walking up, and this puppy runs up to me. And come to find out, and then there was a little custodian lady changing the trash cans, and they have a whole aquatic center, like a big nice pool with slides and all this, and so they have an office. And then she said, yeah, the puppy's been here, nobody's got it, and it was here from yesterday. And then I'm like, oh my God, so I'm taking this puppy, and I'm like, all right, well, Savannah, come on. And she's gonna go. And then this man, well, yeah, the puppy's been here since yesterday. We had it in the pool area, we were playing with it, and then we left home and nobody took it out. I was like, oh, y'all left this. And she's a female, and I named her Lucy Cruella, and Lucy Cruella Truax, and Two-Face, aka Two-Face, Pinky Poo. And dude, I didn't want another dog. I am a kind of a little, well, I'm cool now with it, but I don't like a lot of feces and pee, and I'm real clean, and dirt in and out of my home. I already have one dog, and I'm not big. I'm a cat person. I'm big on barking and whining and neediness. I'm more of a cat person. Give me a cat all day long. Dude, they're independent. They don't want to be up my butt. I don't like cleanness, and well, sometimes it depends. But so I said, anyways, I really didn't. But the universe brought me this dog, Papa. Thank you, Papa. I appreciate her. I love her. She's perfect. She's my sidekick, dude. She's my other half almost, and she's annoying. And yes, she has poo-poo, pee-pee on the floor, but guess what? I don't mind. I love her. I love her. She's my precious little Pinky Poo. And so I'm grateful for her. And that was just one of my little gifts. And the way I got her was just, I didn't even have to do any magic or ask for her. The universe just brought her to me, like it does all of my blessings. Because I don't, it's not the big things that excite me. I see people and they have the big things, and then it's just all they want is more, and it's like never enough. And I don't like that. I don't need that. I'm happy. I'm happy, and I mean, like more than happy, blissful, nirvana-like state with everything that I have because of high magic. And that's why I'm just so passionate. But anyways, and that's why I'm going to start doing lives on Instagram, and then on to my pages. My Facebook pages is The Magician's Room, and The High Magic Experience in H-Town is my page. And then my group is The Magician's Room. And then also Sarah's School of Sorcery. So I've got a lot of ideas in mind, y'all. And they will come to fruition in time. But, this is thought forms coming out. So my familiars, I wasn't sure if my Pinky Poo was going to be a familiar, or if dogs were even familiars, but yes, they are. She has already guided me and been a help on a couple things, showed me a couple things. I wasn't sure, I knew my Minu. Of course, my Stevie's my number one. And, but my Minu came in, I knew she was immediately, because the lady's like, oh, here, her name is Minu. And then I looked up the name, I was like, oh, okay, yeah. And this is amazing, a blessing, of course, from Papa. And Minu has been nothing but lived up to her name, but Minu, I can't cuddle. Minu's not a cuddler. You try to hold her, she doesn't want to be cuddled. She's like me. She's super sweet and loving, not except for my husband. But when it comes to, I'm just like, meh. But Pinky Poo has helped me with that, because she's a cuddler and she sleeps with us like a baby, and I have to get up in the middle of the night with her like a baby and take her outside and stuff. But it doesn't matter to me, because I'm usually up by 2:30 anyways. I go to bed early and I'm usually up by 2:30. As long as I'm okay with my diet. Oh, and I want to confess, this past weekend, it was my little niece's, my precious princess, Noemi, niece, her first birthday. So I had some cake. I had some real cake. Not gluten-free or anything. I had some real cake. And you know what, guys? I really did okay with it. I didn't get no stomach aches. I didn't eat a whole lot is what it was, but I did have some. I took a couple bites of a cake ball. And this is the thing, is sometimes our souls require that. Now, I would never do that with alcohol. I'm not just, and I can't say, maybe in 10 years I will. I don't know, but I don't think so. I don't think I'll ever drink again. But I try not to judge it. I don't. If you watch my videos, I try not to judge it. But I won't ever drink again, and I can say that for a fact. But now, but with the sugar, because my body, I can heal myself because I do the work. I think, I didn't have no issues this time, and I went back into keto mode like the next night, last night. So, I just had to get my GI tract back on track, and but after that little slip up, and it didn't hurt me, and that was a good thing. But maybe every 2 or 3 months or something, that's okay, special occasions. But other than that, I'm anti-sugar and anti-gluten and carbohydrates. And I will say that I do the Sola bread, and it's low carb and it's got some gluten, but my stomach does handle that, so that I can do. I don't do that every day. Every couple days, every 3 days, and then the low carb tortillas too, and I do the same. It's moderation for me in everything, but I'll never go back to being a big eater or anything. I love being, 100, and I'll say I'm 128 pounds right now, but my goal weight's 123, and so I've got 5 more pounds to go, and I'm gonna maintain that. But I'll never be a potato eating, bread eating person. Never. I'll be fresh fruits, which I love my fresh fruits, fresh veggies, and we'll do a sweet potato very minimally every now and then. I'll do a sweet potato fry, maybe a few bites. But I stick with the fresh, and even in my fresh fruits, I do them minimally. I'm not a big eater anymore, so I try to because sometimes food overtakes thoughts, and so I try to keep my thoughts focused on things above, because of what I do. That's what I say. I'm different than everybody. So back to my familiars, I wasn't sure if my sissy, so I got Sissy. My son got Sissy, and he brought her into the home because he's living in a small camper over here, and it's too small for Sissy. So when I'd bring her over here. I felt bad. I'd bring her over here, and she would play with my cat. Well, at first she didn't like it, and then she didn't like the other cats. But then you'd take her back over there, and she didn't want to be over there. She'd meow to come back. So now she's my cat. She's my cat, and his cat, the family cat. And I wasn't sure. I was like, maybe she's just his familiar. I wasn't sure, but no, she is mine too. Number 3. Because I was like, one day I was in the bathroom, we were loving, having a love session, and she, and then she reached out and scratched my ugly shower curtain that needed to be changed, telling me, hey, you need to change that. So I was like, oh yeah, she is familiar too. So, and that's what and she did just the other day, she jumped up on my banishing dagger to remind me to banish. So, to say she does that consciously or subconsciously, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I know that the angels use humans and they use animals, as not manipulate them, but they use them. You know what I'm saying? As vessels. I don't judge. But they're my helpers. And I've heard someone say that they pass on information mentally. Do I believe that? Sure, I do. Most definitely. I got my Minu when I was learning and studying up on Exodus and Moses. And sure, do I think I do? I feel like I advanced some when I got my Minu. I do. Do I think that I have my Lucy for a magical reason, a purpose as well? Is not only just for companionship, but for to help guide and aid me in my magic? Yes, I do. They are familiar spirits. I believe that when they say familiar spirits, then yes, these are spirits that have been involved in magic in their past lives. And so now they're using, and I truly believe that wholeheartedly. That's why they're called familiar spirits. And I know that just from the fact of being around my Stevie when it was just her and I don't even know if I had Rocco. My husband might have left and taken Rocco at that time. I don't know. He left when we were in turmoil, we were split up several times, and sometimes he'd take the dog. Sometimes, this is before high magic was introduced into my life. And that's what I keep saying. You want to heal depression. You want to heal anxiety. You want to heal, your nicotine addiction. You want to heal your drinking addiction. Your eating addiction, any addiction, your codependency. Then do high magic. Start with the LIRP in the morning. Start with the LBRP in the evening. Simple as that. Simple as that. You do that for 6 months straight, 5 days a week. That's it. It's not going to take much time. Then you start with the middle pillar. That's all I did. Boom. My skin cancer was healed. You know, I'm coming with you straight facts. How could I keep that to myself? I can't. And I'm not going to. You know, but so with my Stevie, I've been there, you know, she's been there through me thick and thin. And when I was going through everything, through my huge spiritual awakening and seeing things that I didn't want to see, or maybe wanted to see and didn't know I wanted to see, you know, meeting people I didn't know, you know, when I was going through all this, she was always there for me. And she would, you know, go over, and while Savannah was sleeping, she would go lick her on the forehead. And you know what I'm saying? It's just so much more than that. So much more than that. So that's what a familiar is, you know, and it could be a horse, it could be a dog. And I truly believe, you know, back in they said the Western days when it was the Wild West, well, still is, but, you know, when people were riding horses and, you know, had guns and shootouts and stuff, you know, their horses were like their familiars. They didn't know, but I think about that, you know, but sure, a pig can be your familiar. Pigs are smart. You know, all animals are spirits that have probably been human at one time. We don't know. I don't know. You know, I'm assuming, you know. So, you know, that's the thing, is we don't know. So don't ever assume that you know something until you tell me you're God. You know what or until you can tell yourself, oh, I'm God, I know. You know what I'm saying? And that's for me. That's why I always say, hey, you don't have to listen to what I'm saying. You can take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. But I promise you that I'm telling you straight facts. You know, I'm sorry, I'm messing with my hair because it's, again, my hair used to be really thin. But that was the alcohol. I was drinking, you know, quite a bit. And I'm not going to get into that. So, you know, I think that's all I have to say on familiar spirits. I'm looking at my pinky poo over here. I would say if you don't have one, get you one. Get you a familiar. Because spirit will lead you to the right one. And you'll know if it's the right one. You know, you might have a little resistance because like our kids aren't perfect, you know, so our animals, our familiars aren't going to be perfect. My husband's not perfect. Nothing's going to be perfect. You're still going to have issues out of them. You know, my pinky poo, she still poops and pees on the floor and does things and chews things up already, but not real bad things. And she's actually chewed things up that actually needed to be chewed up and I needed to replace. That's how a familiar works. So that's how my familiars work. And, you know, so I can't even say if it's because of the magic or if it's just because it's just who I am. But I'm blessed, you know, and like I said, if you don't have a familiar, get you one. Well, I guess that's all I have for today. I will be back next week. Definitely. I really want to do a video on the Rose Cross ritual. It's a really important ritual. It helped me a lot. I did it for months and months. It really balanced a lot of the energies. It helps. It aids. I think I probably did it maybe a little bit too much. Maybe not. I don't know. But that does need to be shown. It's a very important ritual that you start after the hexagram ritual. So, all right, y'all. Well, I love you. I hope everybody has a blessed day. Mama loves you so much, y'all. And don't worry about any other people. Just, you know, worry about you. Be you, but be real, okay? And if you do this work, your realness will be unleashed, you know? I used to do the fake nails and the fake lashes and dye my hair and wash my hair a lot, you know? And now I do natural things, you know? I put some blush on. I didn't do no highlighter. I did a little mascara and a little gloss. But I wash my hair once a week. I do an all-natural honey rinse once a week. Let me tell you this little beauty tip, y'all, since y'all have stayed to the end. Take a lemon. Cut it in half, squeeze it, get a little juicy, pour some of that honey, and you try to get you a fresh honey from somebody that, like, I have a honey guy. I have a bee man, Tom, and my husband's friend. And so if you take some drops of that honey, drop it in that lemon, smush it around and rub it on your face. And then I'll take my blow dryer on the cool or 105 temp and blow and dry it. And then you let that sit there for 7 minutes. And then you rinse. And that's an all natural skin detoxifier and tightener. It's all natural, you know, because I'm all about the real these days. I'll never do the Botox or the fake nothing or get anything sliced and diced. I love my body just the way it is, the way God made it. So that's me all real these days. All right, my sweethearts. I love y'all. Have a very blessed day. I'll be back next week to teach y'all some high magic, all right? All right. Yeah, we'll probably do talk about charging some items, all right? All right. Love y'all. Have a blessed day. Bye. Go use that Tuesday energy. Remember that Mars energy. Don't let it get you in trouble, though. Watch that mouth. Bye, y'all.